Hey guys, just wanted to make this video to talk about how I feel is an effective way to create lag and how to do some stuff with the right arm on the downswing just to make things easier, because I've been seeing some stuff on the forum about how to create lag, how the right elbow works, or trying to get the right elbow more forward, and I think there's kind of a misapplication of how to do that. So I'm going to demonstrate what I feel some guys are kind of doing. Definitely I'm going to be kind of exaggerating it a bit, but when we talk about lag or trying to have that angle more narrow, we definitely will see guys trying to get the shaft, this angle from the shaft to the right shoulder, having that angle more narrow on the downswing. And also trying to do that by trying to get this right elbow, just trying to get the right elbow more forward, almost in front of their belly button. And I think what that tends to create is the head moving back, kind of this upper part of the torso moving back. So I've got a ton of lag here. I've kept my right arm pretty bent, but there's a few issues with this. I haven't transferred much weight or pressure forward into this left foot. Can also see the way my shoulders have worked. This left shoulder just goes right up. It rises too much at too fast a rate. So even though I've created a lot of lag and this angle is very narrow, it's not very effective. It can be effective for some players that are swinging more to the left, more around themselves to the left. We call it more of an inward swing direction, but it's not going to be very effective at all if you're trying to have a rightward swing direction for a right-handed golfer or an outward swing direction. So instead of doing this, where the left shoulder rises too fast, where you're going to really have some contact issues, even though you're creating a ton of lag, I'm going to take a look at kind of what Sergio does here on the right. And I got a dot on his left shoulder at the top of the backswing, and we're going to see what his left shoulder does as he starts to transfer his weight forward. He can start to add pressure, flex his left knee, and see that that left shoulder kind of stays pretty level through the first part of the downswing. Then it'll start to rise right about this point. It'll start to go up. Okay. Now what this does, him transferring, kind of keeping his left shoulder kind of low, it allows him to keep his shoulder and hip slants pretty steep, but it gives his right arm and his left arm room to extend or work downward. So from here, transferring forward, left shoulder stays low. Now we can get that handle of the club, the butt of the club, to lower down right about in front of his right thigh. So when I'm doing this over here, kind of incorrectly over here on the left, we're going to see that I'm not transferring forward and that left shoulder stays too high. And we can see what that starts to do. I can't release my arms down. They're kind of stuck to my body. They can't release down my torso. So what am I going to do? I'm going to kind of isolate this feel. I'm going to show you here where the right arm is going to feel like it's lowering or extending down. It's not going to feel narrow. It's going to feel like it lowers and releases its bend, but kind of downward. So if the top of the backswing I have, let's say, about 90 degrees, I'm going to feel like I'm kind of releasing that angle's getting wider as it comes down. You can notice that when I'm doing that the right elbow now can stay kind of in front of me, or in other words, not behind me. It's in front of my shirt seam. Some guys talk about it in relation to the rib cage, but it's definitely not behind me. So allowing the right arm to extend down or to kind of release down allows the right elbow now to get forward. Okay. Obviously, also the way I'm going to be having the weight or the pressure transfer. So on the downswing, I'm going to feel like my left knee flexes forward, that I'm adding pressure into that left foot. So as I transfer forward, my left shoulder stays level from top of the backswing to right about towards the left arm's parallel to the ground. And again, this gives my right arm room to work down and extend down And in doing that, I can have that right elbow forward. And it's going to be much easier for me to have a flat left wrist at impact or an inline impact, meaning that I'll kind of just show Sergio here, that the left arm and the club shaft, left wrist, left arm, club shaft, are kind of in one line. So that would be inline impact. So a good way to practice this is just kind of do a few practice backswings and a few practice downswings where you're feeling that. So you're transferring forward, left knee flexes forward, and then the right arm is extending down or lowering down, really trying to feel that handle get low to the ground. For me, the handle feels very close to the ground here. And again, I'm not trying to hold any angles or kind of keep my right arm flexed. I'm allowing it to lower down, and then I can maybe on the third kind of practice move, I'll actually hit the ball doing it. And kind of just make, you can just make kind of short fall throughs. Would definitely recommend practicing this with very kind of slow swings, slow practice swings. It doesn't really do any good to do this fast or in full motion right away, because you're not going to really ingrain it or change the picture. The whole point is trying to make this better. And in order to do that, you just have to take your time with it, do a lot of slow motion practice swings to really make sure that you're changing the picture, making it better, and just making everything more efficient. So I hope this helps kind of with the understanding of how to create lag, how to get the right elbow more forward or not behind you, and how to create a better impact. Also, just a quick shout out to Dana Dahlquist for educating me on a lot of this stuff, and hope you enjoyed the video and hope it helps. Thanks for watching.